we absolutely love it. Greg Martin joins us. Mate.
Yes.
Yes.
Not a good day to be a Queenslander.
Well, okay. Let's just pause that for a second and celebrate what it is. Man, have you seen a level of physicality and brutality like that in the first half of a game of code?
It was the greatest trialist first 65 minutes in the history of rugby league. It was a rip. How do we... I know they struggled at half-time because there were no tries to score, so they had to throw a few more Harvey Norman ads in. Oh, God, that was good. I don't know how any of them will back up on the weekend, but they probably will. That was superhuman, and finally Queensland cracked in a very New South Wales played like we normally do, showed belief and just got there in the end. Bloody hell.
At half-time, mate, you're sitting there and I'm looking at the score going, what? They're up 2-0? How the hell could that possibly have happened? But you're right. In the 60-something minute, you could just tell they were gassed. And I actually think it was Freddie Fittler pointed that out. He said, Gaggai's gassed and the Hammer's gassed, and you got to attack that side. And that's what happened.
Yep, next thing they scored 2 tries in 3 minutes and we're gone. Oh, mate. I drove up Caxton Street. You know where Caxton Street is? So I work at the top end of it. Drove up there at 4 o'clock this morning. Didn't seem to stop people drinking heavily.
Okay.
There were thousands still lurking after a loss. Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, no one was real happy. It affects the psyche. It's like if the All Blacks get beaten, it affects the whole psyche of our society. Productivity will be near zero today. Everyone is just hurting, stinging, because we always just reckon we can beat those dirty New South Wales.
Yeah.
Queensland, they showed grit and toughness, and what a great game it was.
Well, I mean, okay, and you've got to separate, the fact, and it's hard for me because as a New South Wales Blue fan, I mean, just taking it up the chutter every year for so long, and also with history against you and all of that kind of stuff. And as I said, the first half arm wrestle coming away with 0 points at the end of that, and by the end of the game, it doesn't feel like a game that at the end you can kind of boast about, though, Greg. I'm just more sitting there going, wow, shite, look at that.
That seemed to be the vibe from the Queensland players. They were disappointed, but they were happy to be involved in a classic game of footy. What I found hard to take, and I don't know if I've spoken to you about this before, but I've appointed myself the Commissioner for Moral Responsibility in Rugby League.
Yep.
Too many kicks on shoulders celebrating after the game, and that's not a good example to show to the kiddies. Too many people leaping up and putting your groin region.
Yeah, you don't like that, do you? That's your lunch on shoulder. Okay, as far as the biff went, and there was a bench clear, and there was slapping and shoving and carrying on, and two yellow cards or two sin bins. Look, we love it, don't we? Let's be honest about this. We love the violence of it. That's why we watch it as much as anything else.
Well, you don't have to scratch your head too hard. Why is UFC so popular? Because blokes getting belted and they've signed up for it and they love it. If they could have thrown some... Footballers never hurt each other with their stupid punches because they're not boxers. So let them provide... It's entertainment. That's the business they're in.
Hang on just a second. I'd put a small caveat on that. When Gordon Tallis and that guy from Penrith, I think it was Ben somebody, wasn't it?
No, Brett Hodgson.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Fighting or slinging?
Yeah, fighting when Tallis was throwing about 100 haymakers, yeah.
It's Mark Geyer, yeah.
So there is a time, but, you sit there and you just think, as a human being, as a man, and you've played international rugby, mate, but just what they do to their bodies. I mean, is it at a level that you find difficult to actually comprehend?
Oh, they get better and better and stronger and faster what about Bradman Best? They're all incredible, mate. Pat Carrigan last night, they get into it. They play at a velocity and an intensity that rugby doesn't match because of the differences. But the hits were magnificent last night. So rugby league's got a place, or certainly in our hearts and minds here in Australia. I know it's not popular everywhere in the world, but it bloody should be because it's an amazing game.
Okay, knock, knock.
Well, who's there?
The Lang Park crowd.
The Lang Park crowd. Okay.
Yeah. Well, just listen to that sound, mate.
Played
listen
it
to that sound, mate.
I don't know if you hung around. It would have been after midnight, but Daly Cherry Evans, when he got to speak, when he was interviewed after the game, tracked that down. He was booed because all the Queensland fans had gone home 10 minutes after the game. They'd all gone. New South Wales fans were the only ones left. That Queensland captain, after the decider in Brisbane, got up and he was booed. It was, a sobering moment. Can I give you another one? I went to the Broncos last Saturday night, and they were down 28-6. It was half-time, or 22-6 at half-time, and then just afterwards, the crowd disappeared. I've never seen anything like it. I stopped 3 blokes, and I said, where are you going? Thinking they were just catching a train or trying to get home early on a bus or something or other. We're going to the pub to watch the Wallabies. All right, there's a turnaround. People left the Broncos. There's 35,000 people there before halftime. I reckon there was 23 after halftime because they wanted to go and watch our national rugby team. Now, there's a turnaround.